All right, Eric, thank you. A bond modification denied this morning for the suspect in an Oshkosh hit and run that took place earlier this month. Victor Langemak is charged with hitting 18-year-old Kaylee Jackson while she was crossing the street. In a First Alert update, Samantha Cavalli tells us the reasoning behind the commissioner's decision today and has an update on Kaylee's recovery.
Wearing a blue jail jumpsuit, Victor Langemak walked into court Monday morning, his first time inside a courtroom since being charged with felony hit and run.
I would like to ask the court for leniency.
Without an attorney, Langemak asking the judge to lower his $5,000 cash bond to a signature bond.
Anything else you want me to consider, sir?
I have a child as well that depends on me, and I have a job as well.
Langemak was taken into custody December 19th, 1 week after police say he hit 18-year-old Kaylee Jackson at a crosswalk and drove away. It happened just after 3:30 p.m. near Bowen Street and Merritt Avenue. Jackson suffered serious injuries, including a broken femur, broken ribs, and a collapsed lung.
We feel that with the actions that he took after the incident that he had no regard for human life.
She's kept a positive attitude and it's just tackling things as she does. She's tough and she's determined.
Investigators later found Langemak's truck hidden on a rural property near Coloma, and he was arrested at work in Green Lake County. Prosecutors say the truck was drivable despite Langemak's claims and say it looks like he tried to hide what happened.
Additionally, there is allegations that he did indicate to a co-worker that he would potentially be going to prison. So I think he's aware of the penalties, which also make him a flight risk.
Kaylee's parents tell us their daughter is making strong progress, though she still faces a long road to recovery. The focus now remains on her healing and on accountability.
We'll just keep supporting our daughter in her recovery and doing what we can, and hopefully we'll get to see this guy behind bars.
Langemak returns to court January 12th. In Oshkosh, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.